Hey, you guys. It is us. We are here. I'm bringing this back. Um, as per always, it is, of course, you guys. It's Oreo Jr. here in his little PJs. He got his cute little traveling for Christmas PJs on. We got Scott. We got myself. And you know what else we got, Scott?
What do we
A
got?
scary book.
All right.
Oh my God. I'm super scared. Okay, so I'm not gonna hold you guys for long here. Let me go ahead. We gotta get our campfire, baby. Oh, it matches my mask for today. Anyway, we gotta get our lives. Gotta get our lives together. Really, Scott and I gotta get to dinner, so we're gonna get this in and out, baby, in and out. So let's get our little campfire a brewing. If my There she go. Hey. Oh, and I forgot. We have warm Lux cashmere today. Yes, honey. Okay, well, let's get it going here. Okay. Do you know the name of tonight's story, Scott?
I don't.
The One Who Cried Tory.
Cried what?
Tory.
Tory?
Tory.
Okay.
Were you thinking wolf? You thought it was gonna be wolf?
I didn't know what it was going to be, but I wasn't expecting that.
Well, expect it. Okay. Once upon a time, there lived a little girl named Tori who used to work as a part time babysitter. I used to do that too when I was a little girl. Well, more like a tween teen. I used to babysit for money. I used to babysit like my cousin's kids, like whoever, because mama was trying to make that money, baby. Did you babysit too as a teenager, Scott?
No.
Shout out to anybody out there that used to babysit. Put it in the comment section if you babysat too. It's a good time, it's a good way to learn how to, manage children. Taking care of kids for extra cash. That's why I was doing it too. The kids she looked after were two little sisters named Alice and Anna, aged 5 and 6. That's a fun age. Like that is a super fun age. Their parents were healthcare workers who worked their shifts all day, forcing them to come back late at night. Tori would usually be called to take care of the two of them when both parents had to work late. The sisters loved Tori so much they called her Big Sissy because she was like the caring big sister they never had. Tori really adored the cute girls for their joyous natures. Oh, this is starting off so nice. I think we should just stop the book right there. Like, to hell with a super scary Saturday sleepover. Let's end on a good note. Psych. One night, Tori had put the kids to sleep. She was walking down the stairs into the living room. She turned on the TV and waited out the night until the parents came home. She watched a comedy show while lying on the couch to liven up the night. As she watched, she heard a faint sound. Here we go. Here we go. Almost like someone was calling her name. And see, right there, I would have called the police. What say you, Scott?
Yeah, I mean.
What y'all say? Because no. And let me tell y'all what I was watching last night. Amityville Horror. See, no. Something on Amityville Horror. I shouldn't have even dove into it. It had me a little creeped out, even though Scott was there. But Tori was startled by the noise, and lowered the volume to listen out for the sound. She looked around for the noise, but found it very hard to see because it was so dark with only the living room being lit. Then she heard it again. Tori. This time, Tori heard the voice clearer, sounding like a little girl. See, this Amityville Horror. I just saw this last night. Well, I saw a documentary on it, and I was like, what the hell? Let me tell y'all a little bit about it. This man came home and just like unalived his whole family. And then a year later, people moved right up in the house and it was like, oh my God, there's ghostly energy. Well, duh. Anyway, sorry. Y'all check that out. Check out Amityville Horror. It's crazy. It's crazy. And they was hearing their names getting called too. In fact, the voice sounded like one of the girls upstairs. Tori even believed that the voice belonged to Alice, having played with them long enough to recognize their individual voices. She a good babysitter. So Tori left the living room and walked into the dark hallway leading to the stairs. Although it was a summer's night, goosebumps were appearing on her skin. That is a sign, ma'am. That is your intuition telling you don't do it. When she got to the stairs, she called Alice again. No word from the little girl because it ain't her. Ma'am. It's not her, man. Gulping from being scared, Tori then looked into all the other rooms downstairs. After checking everyone, she could not find little Alice in any of them. Suddenly, she went to the basement door, and to her surprise, it was open. It wouldn't be my surprise. I would have closed that damn thing, locked it, and called the police. What about you, Scott?
Yeah.
Because I don't be playing games with people. Tori felt it was strange. She had seen that it was closed a while ago. Before maybe Alice opened the door and went into the basement. She was about to check it out when again she heard the same voice. Tori. Mm-hmm. Tori was sure this time. That was definitely Alice calling out to her. She was curious to know why Alice would run into a dark basement so late at night without her knowing. She then went into the basement and called her from up the steps. Alice, are you there? No, no, ma'am. This one of them goes from Amityville Horror. Yet again, there was no sound, only echoes of Tori's voice. She decided to go down into the basement to find out if Alice was there. I feel like, girl, no. I feel like, girl, this is like in those horror movies where the people be going towards the danger and you're not supposed to do that. And let me tell you, there was this Oprah episode I saw, and she brought this therapist on there. I forget what what this whole topic was about. But let me tell you the gist of it. The gist of it was the therapist said humans are the only animal that runs towards the danger. Like, think about it. If a deer hears a noise, it runs. Cat hear a noise, it's gone. Humans hear a noise, we go towards it. That's crazy. I feel like that's what she doing. She going towards the danger. She reached for the light switch and flicked it on, but it did not turn on. Tori freaked out when the lights did not come on. Was there a power outage? She looked in the direction of the living room and saw a faint light, meaning the TV was still on. Regardless, Tori moved down the steps, needing to find Alice. Then she heard her name being called again. Tori. This time, the voice sounded frightened. Oh, I did it wrong. Okay, wait. They said it backwards. Let me get it together. Scott, you want me to redo it in a frightened way?
Okay.
Tori. I sound so good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting on my Emmy. I'm waiting on my Grammy. I'm waiting on it. Did Alice somehow sleepwalk into the basement? Girl, has she ever did that before? Did her parents tell you that she did that? You know their voices, but you don't know their habits? Girl, do better. Oof. And was now lost in the darkness. As she moved into the basement, Tori kept repeatedly hearing Alice's voice calling out to her, but the voice seemed to have moved further and further away. Finally, she was about to get off the last step when she heard Alice again. It ain't Alice, boo. Tori. Tori was about to call Alice again when she froze while realizing a very frightening thought. Since when did Alice call her by her name? Yeah, girl, you a little too late. You in the basement, baby. You in the cage. The little girl and her sister always called Tori Big Sissy. Never once did they call her Tori. So why would Alice say her real name? This made Tori freeze with fear. Yet, no, 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 no. We better unthaw and run up them stairs and get on that phone and call 911, baby. Once again, she called out for Alice without still not getting a reply. Oh, Lord. All she heard was the voice calling her name. Tori. It kept calling her with the same pitch and tone. It made her feel more and more uneasy. At that point, Tori realized that she was not hearing Alice anymore. Okay, girl, who you hearing now, boo? Something else was there. Eventually, the voice got so frightening that Tori eventually decided she had to run. She ran and closed the basement door. She then ran up to check on the kids. Wait a minute. Girl, you went all the way in the damn dark basement and you still ain't checked on the children? You done made up a whole scenario where one of the children have sleepwalked down the stairs in the basement where the light don't come on and a voice is calling your name, baby. And you still had not thought to yourself, let me check on these children. Instead, you just walked into the danger. Just walked into the danger. Girl, you crazy as hell. You would not make it in a Friday the 13th movie. No, ma'am. You wouldn't make it in Freddy. You wouldn't make it on the Nightmare on Elm Street. Mm-mm. What say you, Scott?
Yeah, no,
What y'all think?
not doing too well here.
This chick is she making real bad decisions, girl. Don't ever go to a car dealership, baby. They got you. You gonna have one of them $100,000 car notes with a 33% interest. For what was the high? What was the months? I be watching YouTubes about people making bad car loan deals. I don't know why. For 84 months for the rest of your life.
Like, I think the one is 144 months.
There are people with car loans for 144 months. If that is you, refinance to something different. Let it go, but or hold on to it and hurry up, pay that off and be done with it. Keep that car forever. So anyway, Tori better never go to a car dealership because Tori gonna have some problems, baby. You gonna end up in a real horror show called a big ass bill. Okay, that's some scary Saturday scary. Okay, non-sleepover because you ain't gonna be able to sleep. You're gonna be working 3-4 jobs. Anyway, eventually, oh wait, she then ran up to check on the kids. Girl, you didn't got like dragged for 5 minutes because of that. Searching their rooms. To her surprise, the kids were there fast asleep. I'm not surprised. This is a damn shame. However, that did not get rid of her fear of the voice. Afraid of what it was that called out to her, she closed the door to the kids' room and locked it. You locked the kids in the room? Okay, girl. Them poor kids. There's a voice in there calling you and you locking the door, you locking the kids in the room. I don't know. She then waited outside until the parents returned, hoping that whatever it was wouldn't hurt the sisters. When the parents returned, Tori decided not to tell them as she did not know exactly what haunted her and she didn't want them to worry. What if it is a person in the house?
Yeah, that'd be a problem.
What if the crazy uncle then got out the insane asylum? I feel like that's Michael Myers. I feel like that's Michael Myers. Okay. What if they came back, girl? You supposed to give them a heads up. Now you blindsiding these people. These people blindsided now. This is terrible. We got to do better. But to ease her mind, she told them that she wouldn't be coming for a week because of a school exam. Okay. The next week, when Tori was walking by, she saw that the couple was moving out of the house. She came over to ask them what had happened and learned that after she had left, they felt an ominous presence in the building. So they blindsided, girl, you didn't blindsided the people. And now you didn't lost your job. How does that make you feel? How, Tori? Now you done lost your job, ma'am. It all came down when Anna woke up crying, telling the parents that there was something in the closet watching them sleep. When they checked the closet, they found no one. However, they found something disturbing. Behind the closet was written words of claw marks that asked the parents to choose Anna or Alice.
Oh.
I told you it's Amityville. I hadn't read this story. I read them when I get on here. It's the first time I like to be surprised with y'all. I like to drag. I like to have a fresh palette of dragging. Girl, so they over here threatening the kids. You knew something was in that basement doing the most. You knew something was in that basement doing the most. And yet and still you didn't warn these people. And you over here, I love these kids. These are the best kids ever. Girl, do you really think that if you ain't tell them nothing? I don't like it. What you think, Scott? What y'all think? Put it in the comments.
Yeah, it's not good.
I gave you credit as a good babysitter. I take it all back.
Yeah.
I take it back. And let me just show y'all. Okay, that's what it said. The dangerous writing soon convinced the parents that the house was haunted, like Amityville. I told y'all. Tori was relieved that the family chose to leave the house. Girl, you didn't give him a heads up. What you relieved for? And since the family left, the house was never put on sale again and was left to rot, leaving whatever evil was haunting them all. The end. And they lived happily ever after. I'm not about to be choosing children. That's crazy. And they lived happily ever after.
All right, we're good.
Okay.
I'm happy for that.
What are your thoughts? What did you learn, Scott? What did you guys learn? Put it in the comments from this crazy story.
Yeah, you gotta take things out on. You can't just wait for it to get bad.
Call the car dealership. Anyway, so Scott got a noise in his car. He just refuses to make an appointment. So I just got to drag him out here all on the interwebs to get him to do it. Put in the comments and tell Scott to get his car fixed. Okay, so anyway, what I learned is don't be blindsiding people. If you know there's some danger, give other people the heads up. Don't just be sitting there like, well, maybe I'm crazy. You ain't crazy, honey. Whoever was in that basement was crazy. Okay? That's the crazy person. Okay? You was crazy when you didn't give them people the heads up. Also, if you hear noises like that lady on Oprah said, if you hear noises, don't be second guessing and being like, oh my God, let me go in here and see what's going on. Get to safety. Let the police, they got guns, they got tasers, they got nightsticks. Let them figure out what it is. Okay. When in doubt, call the police. Period. I don't know what the police could have did against a ghost, but whatever. So What you got, Oreo Jr. He ain't got nothing. Oreo Jr. Like, girl, that was crazy. That shit crazy. Even dogs run when they sense danger. Anyway, so with that, we're gonna thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully, you had a great time. Hmm,
So I did.
period. Thanks for coming. Come next time. Tomorrow we got Sunday Funday school. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. And with that, from wherever you are to wherever we are, peace, love, happiness, and we'll see you guys later. You're gonna tell them bye, Scott.
Bye.
And are you gonna tell them you're gonna call and make that appointment, Scott?